Welcome up, contestant number 1. And how we're going to do this is I'm going to say the name of the contestant. We're all going to give a big round of applause. We'll shake their hand. I'm going to say their name, their title, and name. And this is where the challenge comes in. No clapping after that, all right? So let's welcome up our first contestant, contestant number 1. David Broll. Never, never quit. Never, never quit. Never, never quit. Never, never quit. David Broll.
It was June of 1985, and I found myself in a new career called real estate. Matter of fact, I also found myself in a class entitled How to Stage a Home. 3 things you must know, and possibly 4. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our welcome guests. The instructor started out with a question in the class: why did you join real estate? Why a career in real estate? Then they went around the room and they made comments like, I like to show properties, or I like to show homes and help people. But for me, I just love people. I love homes, and I just love people. The first rule she had was, when you get to the front door of a house, make sure they understand first impression. The door needs to be painted and everything around it nice, clean, and crisp. No peeling paint. When you walk in, let them know rule number 2. Make sure they understand declutter. Get rid of the stuff on the counter, the kitchen counter. Make sure the magnets are off the refrigerator. And make sure the table is set. And rule number 3 was every room has a purpose. Like your bedroom. It has a purpose of a bed and a dresser. Not a bed, a dresser, a fish aquarium, the drum set, and 5 boxes. No. A bed and a dresser. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm doing this and I'm new knowledge. I love people. I just want to help them. I love people and I love homes. That next day, I got to my office with anticipation to help someone. I'm sitting there doing my homework and just studying things and doing my daily activities, and then my boss hollers down the hallway, hey, short stacker, hey, that's me. I'm running over to his boss. Yes, I just got off the phone with John Junkerhausen, and he wants to sell his house. I booked an appointment for tomorrow at noon. Short stacker, you're the right guy. Make me proud. Be on time. My first client. This is so exciting. That night, I couldn't even sleep. I mean, it was like going to Disney World or something, or the World Series baseball game. I got up early in the morning. I got my manual and I studied all the notes to make sure I'm going to do a good job for John Junkerhausen. 11:50, I'm there at the end of the driveway, looking down and I see the mature trees. It's beautiful. I'm scanning the trees, and I look down and I notice the grass was getting a little bit long. Let John Junkerhausen know, first impression. Wrote it down, first impression, cut the lawn, nice, neat, and clean. I'm driving down the driveway. I'm getting around the corner into the yard, and I learned 2 Toastmaster techniques. One was a pause, and the second one, as I looked up at the roof of the house, I noticed it had 4 different types of shingles, 4 different colors. They were curled like this, like they wanted to catch the rain or something. The next technique was a gesture. I drove into the yard and I got out of my car. And I noticed the house. It had 2 tone in color, 2 tones. Paint and no paint. Peeling paint all over the place. Oh, more gestures. I'm walking up to the door. And then I go, knock that knock. And it begins to snow. Peeling paint. Oh, man. Oh, come in, John says. I look in with anticipation. Oh, junk all over the place. Garbage, banana peels, boxes and clothes, junk. Oh, and then I notice on this side, garbage, half full, up here, it's to the ceiling. Oh, and then I notice there's no hallways, but there's pathways, 18 inches wide, pathways through the house. And then I notice this animal coming down. Stands right there. I'm looking at it. Is that a dog? Is that a cat? What is that? And I read it a farm. I backed up. That's a goat. Oh, more gestures. I'm looking at this goat. And I could see he was mad and upset. Just totally upset that I locked eyes. And then I noticed he had a conversation with the seller before I got there. And it went like this. No, you don't. Not my house. No. Look at all the garbage in here. Not my house. No. This is like heaven in here. He waddles up the front door. No, you don't. No, you don't. But that moment, John Junkerhausen comes around the corner. And he looks at his watch and he goes, how come you're here so early? I'm thinking, early? It's noon. Oh, man. And then he puts his hands on his hips. He leans forward and he asks the question. What you think she's worth? Worth? I'm thinking worth. I didn't do this, but I got it right here. I reached in my pocket, pull out a match. Worth? Are you kidding? Worth? Nothing. This place is worth nothing. But by the time I slammed the door, my emotions were like here, and now they're down to the ground. I pick up my emotions, and I'm going into my car. Oh, and I start driving down the driveway. Will I ever find a nice home to sell? Oh, will I ever find somebody who wants to sell? What do I do? What is my boss going to say? He wanted me to help this man out. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I pull over. And then I got out my manual. And I noticed rule number 4 from the boss. From the boss, rule number 4. Never quit. Never quit. If you find yourself in a home where the person's difficult to work with, and the home is a disaster zone, in that situation, I give you permission to tell them to keep it